An alpha particle and a proton accelerated through the same potential difference from rest. Find a ratio of their final velocity. So both alpha as well as a proton, it's an alpha particle and a proton which are initially at rest and they are accelerated with a potential difference of v. It is the same potential difference. And the question is asked, what is the final velocity gained by that? Let the velocity here is v1 and v2. So alpha gets a velocity v1, proton gets a velocity v2. So ratio of their velocity is a question. Now the question comes, why these particles gets a velocity? Because alpha and proton have the charge and these charges are moving through a potential difference. Therefore there is an energy, and therefore energy gained by the alpha is equal to, it's a potential difference, it's nothing but a work done, it's a potential difference into the charge. It's a charge of alpha. Potential difference is v and the charge of alpha is 2 times e. We know this is giving kinetic energy of alpha can be written as half into mass of alpha and velocity v1 square. So this is the equation we can write for alpha. Similar equation for the proton, it is a half into mass of proton, it's a v2 square is equal to potential difference v, because both the case of potential is same, but the charge of proton is only e, and that is equation number 2. We'll divide these two equations. It is a mass of alpha by mass of proton, it's a v1 by v2 whole square is equal to v cancels, again e cancels, the ratio is 2. Therefore v1 by v2 square is equal to 2 into mass of proton by mass of alpha, where mass of proton is, if I write mp, mass of alpha, it is a 4 times. It's a 4 times. Therefore ratio is here 1 by 4 into 2. Therefore is a 1 by 2 remaining. Therefore v1 by v2, it's a ratio of 1 by 2, but it's a square root of that. Therefore ratio will get, it is a 1 is to root 2. And if you see the options, it's a third option, that is a C, it's right. Even though we have a root 2 is to 1, that cannot be, because you are asked, it is a proton to alpha to proton ratio. Alpha is v1 velocity and proton v2, and v1 by v2 comes to be 1 by root 2 or 1 is to root 2.